The hardest part is when you've got them poorly and you feel as if you're out of control, because no matter what you want to do and no matter what you're trying to do, you can only do so much, and with a rabbit it can be very instantaneous.
It's never a nice thing to see an animal in pain or suffering.
The RSPCA branch in Lincoln has been a shelter for many animals since opening in the 1920s. Unknown to many, they are independently run, which means they receive no government funding. They rely on volunteers who take their time and effort to make sure the animals are given the best chance in life.
I only volunteer. I've got a job which I love, so I work. I have other commitments. I do Beaver Scouts, and obviously I do the rabbits. Plus I've got my own family and my own animals. So yeah, been told I've put too much time in. A lot of work, but it is worth it.
Bright eyes and fluffy tail. Here is Josie, a new bunny in Karen's care, who surprisingly gave birth to 5 healthy babies only days ago. But with new life comes great sadness at the fosterers' household.
We've just lost a rabbit yesterday. We battled for over a week, giving him his medication, making sure his airways were clear, giving him steam baths, so it was all the steam in the bathroom. And the hardest part is when you've got to say goodbye to them. We knew he was poorly, but we thought he would fight it. The swellings had started going down. It was just round his mouth and his nose. He was okay that morning and he passed away that afternoon.
And the bad news didn't stop there.
Yeah, she's poorly.
Is she?
Yeah, she's poorly.
After filming new mum Josie, she was rushed to the vet after showing signs of the deadly disease myxomatosis. She was later put down and none of her babies survived. What's the worst case that you've seen an animal in?
There were 9 dogs in total, and they were all in very poor condition. It was clear that they were being severely underfed. The other side of the RSPCA work is working on cases where there's mistreatment or cruelty to animals.
This is Roxy, a 2-year-old American bulldog. Her eyes soft and her tail wagging, just like any dog her age. But her smile is hiding a deeper story, one she is unable to tell. A man's best friend is his dog, but who would leave their dog tied up outside in a car park, shaken, distressed and extremely underweight? Caught on CCTV, Roxy's owner had earlier on that day arranged to have her taken to the Lincoln's RSPCA. Her case has been taken to court to get justice for her suffering. I went to the kennels outside of Lincoln where the RSPCA dogs stay to see how much Roxy had come along. The few weeks in care has brought a more comfortable side out, but sadly, with no interest in her forever home, the work at the RSPCA still goes on.
And we don't get hardened to it, no matter what anybody says. You still feel the exact same way when one passes as what you would do another one.
I don't think you ever become numb to it. Certainly you do see things in the course of the job, especially sometimes when working in conjunction with the RSPCA, which are difficult to see, and certainly it's never you don't become numb to it. It's never a nice thing to see an animal in pain or suffering, but you have to keep that to one side and maintain professionalism, obviously.
It's fulfilling because we see the progression of, we've got a stray female that's come in, she's slightly underweight, so it's the fulfilment of seeing her get healthy and then find her a new home.
But equally, if you take a look on a global scale, I think in this country, the animal welfare legislation is quite powerful compared to a lot of other places. And ultimately, I think the most important thing is the ability to remove the animal from a harmful environment, and the power that legislation gives to the RSPCA to enable them to do that.